My name is Rick Fall. I'm doing a run called Follow Rick Home to Home. Basically, it started in Victoria, ran through my hometown of Duncan on Vancouver Island, up to Nanaimo, and then across to the mainland. And pretty well the #1 highway from there all the way to now Swift Current. Well, I've always been a runner all my life, nothing professional or winning any races or anything, but I've always enjoyed running. And then when my wife and I got involved with the local Terry Fox run in Sault Ste. Marie, we're heading that for up to 10 or 11 years. And I just thought may as well do something like Terry Fox had done, and doing something that I like doing at the same time as benefiting somebody else. Well, again, with the Terry Fox, he was with cancer research, and I wanted to stick with the cancer theme. And I thought, well, why not just go with kids' cancers, because kids are our future. And I thought I looked into which cancers foundations dealt with kids' cancer, so I found Childhood Cancer Canada. And then my sister's daughter, my niece, was granted a wish through Children's Wish Foundation, who's amalgamated with Make-A-Wish Canada. And at the same time, I thought, well, why not give back to them at the same time? So I was able to get both those foundations to agree to co-sponsor or co-take in donations for both. Well, pretty much all my life in elementary school, the cross-country team, and high school cross-country team, and then of course young adulthood took a little bit of a break, and then got back into it in about 1980 when I ran my first marathon in Vancouver, and then just a little bit of running off and on until 2010 when I did my second marathon in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. And since I've been doing at least a marathon a year. Well, I've got 2 more world major marathons I want to accomplish, Tokyo and London. So I'm going to concentrate on trying to get into those 2 marathons. And then if I'm able to do those, just slow it down on the running and do halves and 10K runs, and just keep running, because they say once you stop, you drop. So I'm going to keep on going. Well, it changed this run a little bit. COVID, this was supposed to be done in 2020, but with the COVID being fairly new at the time, it postponed this down for a year, and so I got this started. And yeah, the COVID pandemic has slowed a lot of the marathons down throughout the world, and it's going to be tough getting into the last 2, Tokyo and London, because there's so many people that want to do those marathons. And now with the backlog of them not being run the last 2 years, it's going to be tough to get into those before I get. Well, we usually get up shortly after 6 o'clock in the morning in the RV, and this is where Colette's job kicks in, and she cooks a 4-egg breakfast just about every morning, and a cup of yogurt, a good glass of chocolate milk, and get on the road before, hopefully by 9 o'clock in the morning. And then I usually run between 12 and 16K, take a break, 12 and 16K, take a break, and usually try and get in 42K a day. Well, that was the idea, to take 1 day off every 6 weeks or every 6 days, but as it turned out, with running across Alberta and into Saskatchewan, the way it worked, it ended up being 2 weeks before I get a day off. I had a couple half days off because of weather, and I felt okay to keep on going. Now it's definitely time to take a day off and let the body rejuvenate, and just take it easy, enjoy life a little bit instead of just on the road. A lot of people say they couldn't do it, and a lot of people say I couldn't do it, but I think I'm proving them wrong. That a lot of it is mind over matter. a lot of it is just slowing down when you have to, take it easy, take a shorter day, take a longer day, go with the weather, go with the flow. Like last couple days were pretty hard, brutal headwind, and today I felt like I was flying with a good tailwind, so you just go with the flow. Oh yeah, the mountains were tough, but actually I got through them a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Just because I think the scenery and the mental game was there, and the scenery was just spectacular. I just stopped at some time and just stood there in awe and just looked around and just enjoyed it. But now across the prairies, it's also beautiful. Just seeing the vast openness, looking at the gophers, looking at the birds and the wildlife that you see every once in a while. Every part of Canada has its beauty. Well, it was planned to document a little bit on Facebook or Instagram or something daily. The live video thing that struck me a little bit later, and I started doing that. And now people think that that's going to be their nightly entertainment by the time 8 o'clock comes around. They look forward to it, so I think I better keep that up. Oh, it definitely does change that. Like today, I was running 6 or 7 kilometers between stop and walk and have a hydration drink, and running into wind or up hills. Sometimes it's as little as 3 kilometers where I stop and walk and take a drink, and just sometimes that's just enough to get me going. And looking at 3 kilometers, it's not a big deal. So I think 3 kilometers is a fairly short distance to do. So mentally, that's where the mental game kicks in. And when the wind is at my back or a lot of downhill, 5K is nothing before I need a hydration break. So it definitely changes from day to day, hour to hour, what strategy I'm using. Well, I think she was the latter. Oh, no, you're insane. You know, you're not going to do this. But when I got serious and I started telling people that I was going to do it, obviously I had to attempt to do it. And she said, okay, I guess we're going to get in this together. So we put our RSPs, our retirement savings together, and from some of that we were able to buy the RV, and that's going to be our retirement vehicle for as long as we're able to keep it. The website is followrick.com. That's FALLORICK. Not the word follow, but FALLORICK.com, and follow Rick on the Facebook, or Rick Fall on Facebook. You can follow along there. The nightly live video is I do alternate Rick Fall or follow Rick, and I try and share from one Facebook page to the other, and that way everybody who's not on one will get it from there. Just that the children involved and the families involved with both Make-A-Wish Canada and Childhood Cancer Canada are really dependent on a lot of donations coming in, and especially with the pandemic going on, these kids are stuck at home, and I forget what the numbers are, but there's 1 in 5 children who are diagnosed with cancer ended up succumbing to their illness. And with cancer research, it's going to hopefully lessen that number of deaths, and at least through Childhood Cancer and Make-A-Wish, we're able to make these children's lives a lot better for the last part of their life, if they're going to not survive, or if they're going to have to live with an illness for the rest of their life.